It's week 1 of the NFL, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Jets and the Niners on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olson. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is... And week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll go play action. Purdy. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Kittle's able to secure the catch and bring up a fresh set of downs, and he was the only tight end in the entire league last year, Mike, to go over the 1,000-yard mark, and he only did it in 65 catches. Here's a guy that is an all-pro player year in and year out, and there's not a whole lot in this game that he can't do.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Elijah Mitchell. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He gets it to Samuel, left side.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible, and sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
He finds Goodwin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. multi-yardage made this much easier to convert. They now face 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Purdy. A toss left side, caught by his running back. Here's 3rd and 2. On play action, here's Purdy. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run here with Mitchell. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll go again with Mitchell. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. Ho-ho! A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. This one caught at the 4. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On second down, Purdy. That is caught. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back, and it sets up 4th and goal.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight, so as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now the first back taken in the 2022 draft, Breece Hall. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Gino. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So quarter 1 in the books, the opening Monday nighter of this new season. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. On comes Thomas Morstead as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down. Throwing is Purdy. Pass brought in by Samuel.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes they do, have the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to the Alabama man, Cameron Ratu. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
First and 10. Throwing is Purdy. That is caught. What a throw. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown. 49ers.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Second down. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, Smith. Backs to the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. Now the return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Brandon Ayuk is able to move the chains, and I think he's someone, when you look back at last year, Mike, he took a huge step forward. Over 1,300 yards for the first time in his career. He just seems poised to have even a bigger year this time around.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On second down, a run with Mitchell. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Down a couple of scores now, 16-0, as they want to get going here. Drive starts 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Smith to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Geno. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hall. A gain there of 15. Good for a Jets first down. Geno to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. To throw, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Brock Purdy and the NFC champs back out to begin this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. So Kittle comes in motion. Purdy gonna put it up again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's gonna set up third down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Third down, 3 to go. Here's Purdy again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Geno. Taking off. Geno's been around, knows how to slide and get out of harm's way after picking up the first down. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now, Geno. Into the hands of Berrios. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Again in the air for Purdy. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw again with Purdy. He finds Goodwin, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the air again is Purdy. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, here's Geno to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field. It was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Justin Herbert with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Smith. He'll set up the screen to Hall. And that screen's slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a 1st down. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run. This is Hall. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. 49ers offense and Elijah Mitchell getting ready for their next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Looking to Samuel on the out route. Down the sideline. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 75 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. Throwing on first down is Purdy. They try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Here's Smith. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll go play action. It's Smith. And that is incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. To throw, Smith. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Here's Hall. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Gino to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Gino. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can see the look on that quarterback's face. He took a big, deep breath. He knows he might have gotten away with one. He's trying to give his receiver a chance in the end zone to go get it. And the defender got there first, and fortunately for him, he didn't come away with the interception. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. Purdy now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but That's just a careless throw by the quarterback, and don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant, and this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. To throw, here's Smith. Going right sideline and complete. They get 16 on that connection, and the Jets have a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. DeForest Buckner brings him down. He'll go again with Hall. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Smith. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run, it's out of the gun, and it's Mitchell. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Geno.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
That one brought in by Berrios. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down. They'll send a tight end in motion. Give up the middle with Hall. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. There's Deebo Samuel and the rest of this Niners offense set to take over again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy, making the read and keeping it. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Now Breida. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. They'll run with Breida. And he'll be taken down around the 29-yard line. The 49ers out for the punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Smith now. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Into the hands of Berrios. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They're going to go, and it's Hall.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Niners offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. You held serve at home, have the lead here in the 4th quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock. A give up the middle for Mitchell. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he will score. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Working out of the gun, Smith. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
Now Mitchell. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. On the ground, this is Breida. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That's on the veteran guard, Laken Tomlinson. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. Third and long. On third down, here's Mitchell. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the Niners will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Here's Berrios on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Here's Geno. First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On second down, it's Geno. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Smith. He's got his man, complete to Wilson.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Smith to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back is Smith. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Jets first down. Smith. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play action now. It's Gino. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down. Gino to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Gino. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. A run here with Hall. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Gino gonna throw for it. And they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Jets. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The 49ers offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
First and 10. Another run here with Mitchell. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. A shotgun snap, and they give it to Mitchell. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Here's Smith. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. It's 2nd down. To throw, Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Smith. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. left side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Jets first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. That is caught at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Smith leading them to the line as they get set to go for 2. They'll throw out of the gun. That'll be caught. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.